Have you ever wondered why 1 in 3 U.S. adults plan to start a new business or side hustle within the next 12 months? A 94% jump from last year? Or maybe you're one of them, dreaming about how to start a business, how to start a business online, or even how to start a business with no money. Well, I've got some shocking news for you that could save or cost you thousands of dollars. What if I told you that 38% of startups fail solely because they underestimate their startup costs and ran out of cash? That's right, nearly 4 out of 10 businesses don't fail because of bad products or poor marketing. They fail because they got their numbers wrong from day one. I am Daniel Smith. Today, I'm going to break down the real story of starting a business in 2026, reveal the hidden costs that nobody talks about, and show you exactly how much money you actually need to turn your business idea into a profitable reality. Trust me, some of these numbers will surprise you. Let's start with what's happening right now. We're witnessing the biggest entrepreneurial boom in American history. According to the SBA, 33.2 million small businesses account for 99.9% of all U.S. businesses, and they create 1.5 million jobs in the U.S. annually, 64% of new jobs. But here's what's driving this massive wave. 68% of aspiring entrepreneurs feel a sense of urgency to start a business in 2026, with 47% citing cost as the top obstacle, even though Americans estimate they need $28,000 to start a business, though the median actual startup cost is just $12,000. The numbers tell an incredible story. Self-employed owners earn $49,489. Small businesses with employees with around 1 to 4 people make $387,000 per year. Even more encouraging, 80% of small business administration owners are optimistic about the future. And here's something that might blow your mind. Nearly half of small businesses start from home, proving you don't need a fancy office to get started. Even billion-dollar brands like Amazon and Apple began in garages. The timing has never been better. After 2 years of experimentation, small businesses are shifting from testing artificial intelligence to embedding it into daily operations. In 2026, the focus moves from trying AI to using it well. So what's driving millions of Americans to want to start their own business? The desire is crystal clear. Freedom, financial independence, and control over their destiny.
Top reasons to start a business. Be their own boss, 60%, leave corporate jobs, 47%, follow a passion, 31%. People are tired of working for someone else's dream. They want to build something meaningful, something that's theirs. The financial incentives are real. 65.3% of small businesses are profitable, and 9% bring in over $1 million annually. Imagine being part of that 9%, earning 7 figures from a business you built from scratch. But it's not just about the money, it's about the lifestyle transformation. 85.8% are solopreneurs, and 55% operate from home, giving entrepreneurs the ultimate flexibility to design their ideal life. The dream is compelling. Wake up when you want, work from anywhere, pursue your passion, and build generational wealth. No more asking for vacation days, no more office politics, no more salary caps. Just pure potential. But here's where the dream meets reality, and it's not pretty. The biggest shock? Most people are completely wrong about how much money they need. Money is the biggest barrier to starting a business. 47% cite cost as the top obstacle. Americans estimate they need $28,000 to start a business, though the median actual startup cost is just $12,000. Wait, it gets worse. Guidant Financial's 2023 survey reported that the average cost of starting a small business falls between $50,000 and $1 million. That's a massive range, and most people have no idea where they fit. Here's the brutal truth about startup costs in 2026. Less than $5,000, 31.6%. $5,000 to $9,999, 7.9%. $10,000 to $24,999, 7.4%. $25,000 to $49,999, 4.5%, $50,000 to $99,999, 3.9%. The survival rates are even scarier. 20.4% of small businesses do not survive in their first year of opening. Conversely, this means nearly 80% achieve the initial success they set out to achieve. 49.4% of all new small businesses fail during the first 5-year period. And the number one killer? Inflation and rising prices are cited as the number one challenge for small business owners in 2026. The biggest financial challenges small businesses face include inflation and price increases, 22%, followed by a lack of capital or cash flow, 18%.
But there's another hidden problem. More than half of U.S. adults say they lack confidence in key business finances, from cash flow management to taxes, and 7 in 10 say this impacts their ability to reach financial goals. So what separates the successful entrepreneurs from the failures? I've discovered 3 game-changing insights that can transform your startup journey. First insight: start lean and smart. 64% of small businesses report starting with $10,000 or less, and 33% launch with under $5,000, with 78% relying on personal savings rather than investors or business credit. You don't need massive funding. You need smart resource allocation. Second insight: leverage the new business landscape. Starting a business is cheaper than it used to be, thanks to things like co-working spaces, liberal work-from-home policies, and cloud services. Now you can host your startup remotely with plans from Amazon Web Services or its rivals that start at less than $100 per month. You can also explore AWS Activate, which offers credits and support on a sliding scale for bootstrapped and pre-funded companies. Third insight: focus on profitable business models from day one. While IT services and digital marketing dominate high margins, low-cost businesses like cleaning services and vending machines are also highly profitable. The most profitable businesses in the coming years will no longer just use technology. They will bridge the gap between advanced tech and genuine human needs. The tax advantages are incredible too. You can deduct up to $5,000 in startup costs and organizational costs in the first year if total expenses are under $50,000, and users typically lower their taxable income by $5,600 through proper expense tracking. Here's the breakthrough mindset. Danny Buck, co-founder of Crafted, suggests starting slowly to understand the market and gain a clear sense of what your business expenses are. I went full on and tried to aim for the highest revenue, says Danny in an interview with Shopify Masters. And the big mistake with that is if you get it wrong, you end up in debt, and then you need financing and you're apologizing to people you can't pay anymore. So what's the bottom line? How do you actually start a business in 2026 without going broke? Here's your step-by-step action plan. Phase 1. Smart planning. Month 1. Calculate your real startup costs using one-time versus recurring expenses to help with financial planning over your first year. You can plot these on a calendar to avoid any unexpected costs creeping up on you. Budget 10 to 20% of their total estimated startup costs as a financial safety net for unforeseen situations and expenses. Research your specific industry costs. Remember, startup costs for a small business depend on various factors like business model, location, industry, and scale of operations. Phase 2. Minimum viable launch. Months 2 through 3. Start with the bare essentials. Ask yourself, is it absolutely critical in something the business fundamentally needs? Advertising, for example, can help you grow fast, but it's not essential. Leverage free and low-cost tools. Whether it's Zoom, Dropbox, or Slack, the basic services are free. Once you grow, you may find you need to upgrade to paid versions. Phase 3. Revenue first. Months 4 through 6. Focus on getting your first paying customers before scaling. Remember, startup expenses are necessary to generate revenue, so the return on your investment will likely be greater than the upfront costs. Phase 4. Strategic growth, months 7 through 18.
Aim to give yourself about 18 months of runway to develop a minimum viable product or reach your next milestone before you'll need to raise money again. Reinvest profits intelligently and track every expense for maximum tax benefits. The success stories are real. Viral trends on TikTok have turned side hustles into multi-million-dollar brands. Think fidget spinners, Dalgona coffee, and custom phone cases. In 2026 will be the year of the 10x founder. Founders who operate with a level of velocity and productivity that is an order of magnitude greater than in prior generations. These founders are harnessing modern AI tools, not simply to automate work, but to accelerate learning. Product-market fit is being found faster than ever before. Listen, starting a business in 2026 isn't just about having a great idea. It's about understanding the real costs, planning smart, and executing with precision. Small businesses aren't just getting by. They're adapting, scaling, and thriving in a changing market. The opportunity is massive, the tools are cheaper than ever, and America is heading into 2026 with unprecedented entrepreneurial energy. But success comes down to one thing: preparation. If this video helped you understand the real cost of starting a business, smash that like button and subscribe for more entrepreneurship insights. Drop a comment below telling me what type of business you're planning to start, and I'll personally respond with specific advice. Remember, you don't need to be perfect, you just need to start. Your business could be the next success story we're talking about next year. The question isn't whether you can afford to start a business, it's whether you can afford not to. Want to dive deeper? Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest tips on building wealth through entrepreneurship.